Well, Zeeb's back into training after the Christmas break, mate. Must be rapt to be back.
Yeah, very excited to be back. It's been a long time coming after finishing the season last year and having the better part of 3 months off. It's been a long off season, so I think everyone is ready to come back and really excited to be here on day one.
What about yourself, mate? You must be rapt to be back out there after a pretty injury interrupted last year. You must be ready to go and rearing to go.
Yeah, we've had a big off season. It was a disappointing last year for the team and myself individually. Been injured for the majority part of the year, and even when I did play, I probably wasn't fit enough. So done a mountain of work in the off season with the strength and conditioning guys to get myself back to this point where I'm fully fit and ready to go into full training and get a good block before the pre-season game start.
I was going to say it's a little bit of normality now being back at the club. There's still some restrictions. You're still getting tested and that sort of thing, but it must be good just to be back here at Arden Street, as you said.
Yeah, it is. Rocking up every day to training at the same ground, at the same time, bit of routine. I think that's something I've really looked forward to throughout the off-season, and to be back here now, back home with these guys, getting to know all the new players and all the new coaches, it's going to be a really fun process, and yeah, as I said, we can't wait to get started.
I imagine you've met a few of those new boys already, but would have met a few more today. Any of those guys excite you in particular, of those guys that are coming in? Yeah,
well, a few of the draftees we drafted, obviously young Will Phillips, top end pick, and we've got Jaden Stevenson across from Cunningham as well, so there are a couple of guys from the get-go I saw towards the back end of the pre-season before Christmas with the young guys. I come in a couple of sessions and seen those guys train, and they were really exciting. So we've got plenty of new faces for our fans to learn, but they're going to be all exciting, and hopefully they get a chance early on and can show us what they're made of.
And you had a chat with David Noble yet, and what's your thoughts on him, and has he spoken to you about what your potential role might be next year?
We haven't spoken about my role just as yet, but he's a guy who's full of experience. I mean, look at his resume. He's been around the footy world for a very long time. He's run football departments as well, and he knows exactly what he's doing. So we've got full trust and confidence in the plan he's going to implement. And as I said before, we just can't wait to get started because we've got plenty of work to do before round one, and we're all just super excited to get into it and get it all underway.
And one more, mate, Ben Cunningham back out in the track. That must be exciting, mate. You look like he's got a smile on his face, and you've all got a smile on your face just seeing him back out.
Yeah, it's good to have Ben back. We know what he's been through the last sort of 6 to 12 months, and especially with his injury, and he's done a power of work in the off-season to get himself back to where he is now, back training with the boys. So watch out, North fans. Cunners is back.